are doing fine. Okay, yes. So let's start with the today's topic. Actually, not today's topic. We are continuing with the story that we were reading. Okay, you remember the travel log that we have started? Anyone? What was the name of the travel log? I'm giving you the hint. Three. Yes, three men in the boat. Okay, so let's give it a very quick recap of what we have done till now. We understood this thing that author wants something else and he is saying something else. Chapter 15. Right. Three men packed for a trip. We made a list of the things to be taken, got them all together, and met in the evening to pack. We got a big Gladstone for the clothes and a couple of hampers for the victuals and the cooking utensils. We put the table up against the window, piled everything in a heap in the middle of the floor, and sat round and looked at it. I said I'd pack. I rather pride myself on my packing. I told George and Harris that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. George put on a pipe and spread himself over the easy chair, and Harris cocked his legs on the table and lit a cigar. I started the packing. It seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be, but I got the bag finished at last, and I sat on it and strapped it. Ain't you going to put the boots in? Said Harris, and I looked round and found I had forgotten them. That's just like Harris. He couldn't have said a word until I got the bag shut and strapped, of course. I opened the bag and packed the boots in, and then, just as I was going to close it, a horrible idea occurred to me. And okay, yes. Now we will see what will be the horrible idea further. But before that, just tell me what you have observed. Yes, there are three men who are planning to go for a boat trip, and there is one thing that they have to do before going, that is packing. So, who initiated that he will be doing the packing? Who volunteered to do that? Yes, the author volunteered to do that, and then he was upset. Why he was upset? Because both were smoking. They were like one was piping, yeah, like put on the pipe, and other has like smoking a cigar. So they were not doing anything. Okay, and then what? After he has done all the packing, he has strapped them. Okay, and how he is strapped? He is he sat on the suitcase. Okay, he himself sat on the suitcase. So we will see like what horrible idea came to his mind when he asked him to basically put on the boots also. However, I did not say anything but started the packing. It seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be. But I got the bag finished at last and I sat on it and strapped it. Aren't you going to put the boots in? Said Harris. And I looked around and found that I have forgotten them. That's just like Harris. He could not have said a word until I would got the bag shut and strapped, of course. And George laughed, one of those irritating, senseless laugh of his. They do make me so wild. Okay, yes, class. So, firstly, we will discuss the important words. Strap. Strap basically means to lock. Like every when you see, even bags have this strap. If you want to tighten the thing, if you want to loosen it, so there are straps around it. So for locking also there are straps, right? I will show you the picture. Even in video, you saw that he strapped it completely, and then he basically then he firstly he sat on it and then he strapped it, basically locked it. Okay. So next is wild. Can you see this picture? Okay. When you think of this worldwide wild, what comes to your mind? Animals, wild animals, like they're very furious. So same way, he is also becoming furious. Okay, and why he's becoming furious, that you have to tell me. You have to explain that what has happened in this passage. Right. He silently started with the pack, and he thought that it would not take a longer time, but it was a longer job. Okay, and then what he did, he sat on the suitcase, right, to strap it. And then there was a voice. What was that voice? That voice was of Harris. He said, "Aren't you going to put in the boots?" Can you, class, imagine right now, like you have done everything, you have logged everything, and someone just says, "Okay, you have just forgot the boots." Like how irritated and frustrated you will feel at that time. Same, Jerome was also feeling at that time. He was not able to understand that what to do of his friends. Okay, like how shameless they are, how senseless they are, and one of them is just like asking to do that, and another one is laughing rather than helping him. Okay, so we can say his friends are also kind of they don't like really care about that Jerome is like himself doing each and everything, he's managing each and everything. They're not helping him, they're just like busy in their own things. Not, I would won't say that they are doing anything, they are just like sitting idle. So you can imagine, one is just poking him and another one is laughing on it. So that is making him more furious and going, he's going more wild. Okay, yes. So now you have to describe the boot episode. So one have to become the what I say is Harris, another one will be George, and last one we will be having the author Jerome, right? So Shubreet will be the Jerome, Manpreet would play the character of Harris, and George would be Swati, right? So Swati, you just have to laugh like senselessly, right? You don't you just like ha 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 like this. Okay, you're making fun of Jero. Okay, start with Jero. So Shubreet, you just need to like pack something and then so myself Shubreet. Oof, how to get it locked? I think I should sit on it. Okay, finally it's done. Now it's turn of Harris. Aren't you going to put the boots in? Again, Jerome. So Jerome will be just having a reaction like, what? Now you're telling me after I have done everything, right? Now next comes, yes, Swati, you're such a fool, Jerome. Don't add anything to it, Swati. Just laugh, okay? Okay. Yes. Very good. So you have described this episode. Now here is a synonym of the word aimless in the passage. Now what you have to do, I will be showing you the passage again. You have to find which word is aimless. Like which word is depicting aimless. Having no purpose, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, if you're not able to find it, this is your homework. So you have to find the word that is similar to aimless, like purposeless, right? Okay, yes, now who will be reading it? Let's understand what now. How will Jerome get back to them? What will he be saying? Okay, or will he be silently adding the boots into it? So, who will be reading? Yes, Swati, go ahead. I opened the bag and packed the boots in, and then, just as I was going to close it, a horrible idea occurred to me. Had I packed my toothbrush? I don't know how it is, but I never do know whether I have packed my toothbrush. My toothbrush is a thing that haunts me when I am traveling and makes my life a misery. Dreamt of not having packed it, woke up in a cold perspiration. Right, it's perspiration. Got out of bed, hunted for it in the morning, packed it before using it, and had to unpack it again. Had to rush upstairs in the last moment, carried it to the railway station, wrapped in a pocket handkerchief. Okay, So basically, firstly we will be discussing, good Swati, we will be discussing the important. Haunts basically means something you are afraid of or which makes you scared. Okay, which makes you afraid of. You there are certain dreams which are like not good kind of, which makes you feel scared. So that haunts you, right? So misery is unhappy situation, okay, where everything is going wrong. So that's a misery is basically kind of a situation. Okay. Next is perspiration. Perspiration is sweat, the feeling of getting sweat. Okay. Or we can say the sweat itself. Hunted, hunted means to search. Okay. Hunted means to search. So yes, what author is talking here about? Did he say something in return? No. He silently packed everything into it, and while he was packing, a very horrible idea came to his mind, and that was, I packed my toothbrush because toothbrush was something very important for the author. And how we can say it was important, because he is sharing one of the moment that once he was not like sure that whether he has kept the toothbrush or not, and he just woke up with this dream of not packing it. He was having a cold, like sweat all around. So he just got out of the bed and hunted for it, like where is my toothbrush, and make sure that he just carried the toothbrush into a handkerchief. Let's see what happens next. Okay, yes, let's. Why did toothbrush haunt him? Like, what was something? Because he has experienced such kind of situation where he had to pack, like unpack everything that he has packed, and he basically thinks that if you forget this toothbrush, it will make. Okay, so after the research, started to search for the thing that haunts him a lot. That was toothbrush. So he just searched around. Okay, so you can see what he's doing. There is a suitcase, and he has like he's trying to unpack it right now because he has to find whether he has kept the brush or not. Very good. Then what he's doing, he's checking each and everything. He's also checking the boots, right? And then he found the brush into it. Okay, now who will read? Yes, Samir. Of course, I had to turn every model thing out now. And of course, I could not find it. I rummaged the things up into the much the same state that they must have been before the world was created and when chaos reigned. Of course, I found George and Harris 18 times over, but I couldn't find my own. I put the things back one by one and held everything up and shook it. Then I found it inside a boot. I repacked once more. So basically, now it's telling about the state. Like he has unpacked everything, whatever things were around him, he has just unpacked them. Okay, and he is in a full state of confusion right now. There is a lot of chaos. Chaos is basically confusion, and damage means to search things up at the same time, right? So that's the thing. Another, they both are just again sitting there not doing anything. He is just managing things on, and what he did at the end, that he just like shoot the boot. Shoot basically it's a movement. Okay, when you, like if I want to see something, I just like do this. It's a kind of shake. Okay, so when you shake the boot, and what he found when he shoot the boot, he found that toothbrush, and then he again repacked. So it's a very funny kind of situation, class, that every time he starts to do that. Okay, so it's a very funny kind of situation, class. I really don't know whether you're getting it or not. Just because of a toothbrush, he is unpacking everything and then again packing it. So it is taking so much time. What could have been the better approach? What could have been the better approach, class, according to you? That they could have divided the things, right? That was the best solution. So now you have to tell me, why did Jerome have to reopen the pack bag again and again? Because he forgot something. What he forgot? He was not able to understand whether he has kept He was not sure of it, right? He was not sure of what? Whether he has kept the toothbrush or not. Very good. Now let's play a game. So let us understand how much you have understood today. Okay. So this is a picture and you have four options. Yes, class. This is one picture that you can see and you have four options. You have to tell that what does this picture describe. There is one, like I would say, hint for you also. Wild. So what is the synonym for wild? Yes, you have 30 seconds to answer. Right, that's angry. Okay, or anger. Strapped. Strap means to open something, pack something, luggage, or close something. Very good. It means to close something. It means to close something. Okay, misery. Can you see the picture here? What you can see? The child looks unhappy. So we can say synonym for unhappy is sad. Very good, class. Next one is perspiration. Perspiration, when you have fever, what do you do? Or what do you have a lot? You have sweat, right? You again and again clean it. So basically, sweat is the right answer, class. Not it's not a clean state. It's not about pain or getting tired. It's about sweat. So let's recapitulate what we have done today. So we have studied about further than how the packing goes. Okay, now what we have got to know that he has packed everything, then he forgot about the boots. Then again he has to unpack everything and pack the boots. And once he had done with the boots also, then he realized he was not sure. Actually, he realized that he did not knew whether he had know whether he had kept the toothbrush at the proper place or not. So to make himself sure about it, he again unpacked it and then again packed it. So it keep on continuing like that. I really don't know what is going to happen next. There can be chances that he might have forgot something else and then again he will unpack it and then again he will pack it. Okay. So now it's your time to speak, class. What did Harris ask the narrator after the bag was shut and strapped? It was closed. What he asked? Shoes. What is the synonym for shoes? Boots. Very good. How many times did narrator have to reopen the bag? Still, it's two times, right? Once for the boots and another for the toothbrush. Where did Jerome finally find the toothbrush? Where was it? What he shook? Right, that was the boot. Why does the narrator say that packing of his toothbrush drives to a point of madness? Why? Because he has these haunting memories about it, like forgetting the toothbrush, and he has this perception in his mind that if he will be not having the toothbrush, his life will become miserable. It will be not happy. Okay. So yes, class. So you have to do one thing at your home. Actually, there are two things. One is that you have to create sentences with the words that we have studied today. You have to make that vocabulary chart. So you have to write the word, then meaning, synonyms, and then the sentence. So you have to cover word, meaning, synonyms, and sentence. Four things you have to cover in this vocabulary exposition chart, right? We will be naming it also. Another one is that author write the episode of Toothbrush in very hilarious way. Rewrite the story as a serious one. So now we know that he has created a very funny situation like pack, unpack. So you have to rewrite it in some serious and haunting, or you can say unhappy way, right? Here it is making you laugh, but there it may be something sad related with toothbrush. Like toothbrush could be like the last memory of someone who is very close to him. So that can change it to a serious mood. Okay, the unhappy state, or he becomes sad when he is not able to find his toothbrush. So you have to explain this, class. I hope you have understood today's lesson. Any doubts, anything? And I really think that you enjoyed this activity. We will be doing more of such activities. Okay. Yes. Okay, I will show you again the homework. You can take a screenshot of